I was painting a target on a rooftop in Marib. Laser locked, wind light, drone was already circling. Then my comm buzzed. Not the secure channel, my personal line. I shouldn't have answered. I did. Her voice sliced through the static, screaming. "Daddy! Daddy, I'm in the hospital! He broke my fingers! He broke them one by one, with a hammer!" The world blurred, but my grip never shook. I could hear her whimpering, soft, like she was trying not to cry loud enough to be heard by whoever was still in the room. Then another voice. "Tell your soldier daddy I'm coming for him next." Male, calm, unshaken. He knew I was listening. I didn't breathe, didn't blink. I put the target painter down, stood, and whispered, "Sweetie, Daddy's coming." She told me she needed time, said my deployments made her feel like a widow, said the girl needed consistency, said I needed to heal from the war before I could be a father again. I believed her, because I was stupid. No, because I trusted her. The man she married 6 months after our separation was a counselor at her clinic. He smiled in every picture, always holding my daughter too tight, too possessively. He wore my shirts, sat in my chair, taught her to call him Dad. And I said nothing, because peace was supposed to matter more. I called the hospital the second I landed. The nurse said she wasn't allowed to give out information, but I could hear my daughter in the background, crying, muffled, too soft for a child in pain. She'd been told to stay quiet. That's when something inside me folded in half and never unfolded again. I didn't call my ex, didn't send a message. I just booked a cheap motel 20 minutes from the hospital and started collecting. Medical records, photos, surveillance. My old army contact owed me. He tapped into the hospital's private feed. I watched the playback on mute, frame by frame. Her left hand was in a cast, her right hung limp. She flinched when the man entered the room, even with the door wide open. She didn't cry in front of him. She didn't look at him. That was enough. I accessed my ex's home security. She never changed the default login. I watched her leave the house 2 nights in a row, and I watched him enter her daughter's room 6 times during one of them, for 5 minutes each time. Exactly 5. Predictable men are easy to destroy. I kept my face calm as I walked into the hospital with a teddy bear. My daughter's eyes widened when she saw me. She didn't say a word, just held the bear like it was a weapon, a tiny, silent shield. She knew better than to cry. She'd learned silence is safer than screams. That told me everything I needed to know. The pediatrician left the report on the chair beside her bed. I read every word. Fractures, blunt force trauma, non-accidental, classic term for abuse. The man had signed the discharge forms. My ex had told them I was overseas and emotionally unstable. She'd convinced CPS I was a PTSD case, dangerous. She gave our daughter to a man who shattered her fingers, and then told me I was the threat. I sat beside my daughter and whispered, "Does he touch you?" Her eyes dropped. Just once, and then back up. That was enough. I didn't storm the house, didn't break his jaw, didn't scream at my ex about the hell she enabled. I waited, until morning, until court, until she walked in with that same smug pity she wore like a scarf, until the judge read my custody petition, signed with affidavits, hospital records, video footage, forensic timeline of abuse. Her eyes widened. His face cracked first. He reached for her. She pulled away. Then the judge turned to them. "You're both under investigation. Temporary full custody awarded to the biological father." I didn't look at her, not once, but I did speak, low, flat. "You told her I wasn't safe. She believed you, and he used that silence to torture her. She tried to cry. I didn't let her. Don't you dare cry for a child you abandoned to a monster you invited into her life." She called that night, 15 times, then again in the morning. I didn't answer, didn't block her either. Let the ringing sit in her chest like acid. Let her wonder if I'd ever let her apologize. I wouldn't. There was no apology. Only consequences. I tucked my daughter into bed at my sister's house. She was safe. She smiled when she slept. That was enough for me. I sat outside the door for hours, not guarding, just breathing. I don't believe in peace anymore. Only silence. She made me a weapon. Now she can live with the blood on her hands. Daddy's coming, I'd said. And I did. But not for revenge. For her. For the girl who stopped screaming because no one came.